Okay, let me just start it. Hi there, everybody. It is Change Wednesday, and I'm here with a lovely woman from India. Her name is Dr. Neha Sharma, and she just gave a fantastic speech about entrepreneurship, essentially. And I was saying, let me sit here while yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's much better, better situation. So we were just talking about her talk, and I was relating that in Conscience Land, and you know this on SDGX Live, you know that our project called Conscience Land is no physical space. It's not any particular country or continent. It's wherever you are. It's wherever your consciousness is, and wherever your feet are hitting the ground, and wherever you're helping other people live a lifestyle of health, happiness, and sustainability. So can you tell us, Doctor, a little bit about your work? Because interestingly, I used to teach at the Chinese University of Hong Kong in entrepreneurship for MBA students, and you teach...
I teach entrepreneurship. So I'm doctorate in entrepreneurship, and I love teaching entrepreneurship because I believe more than anything else, entrepreneurship is just a mindset. Irrespective, you create an enterprise or not, you need to be entrepreneurial and exhibiting entrepreneurial behavior for a larger impact on society, in your life, and flourish. So yes, I teach entrepreneurship to MBA students, to professionals, to the foreign invitees by the Government of India, which comes to Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, which is of which came into existence 42 years back.
Wow.
When nobody was talking about entrepreneurship.
Right.
That time, that institute was actually, originated in the west part of India and
Fantastic.
talking all about entrepreneurship. So I've learned entrepreneurship from that institute, from my all the teachers who are there, and now I'm giving it back in one or the other way to teach entrepreneurship to students of masters, professionals. I want to influence as many women as possible so that they can utilize their capabilities and grab the opportunity of today's world to bring certain changes, to bring certain impact, to bring certain solutions by identifying the right problems. So in my opinion, entrepreneurship requires a problem-solving approach. Before that, you have to be very, very quick, observatory, so that you can identify the right kind of problem. Instead of just jumping on the solution, please figure out what is there that you think is a problem in your life. Start looking at that you can bring certain change to that problem by your own solution-oriented approach.
That's pretty fantastic. In Conscience Land, we have a number of different projects, not only planetpreneur.com, planetpreneur.com, which is about entrepreneurship, and it's about how do we serve and share with other people on the planet our skills. But another very important part of the Conscience Land experience is that we're trying to get people to do three things, always three things in Conscience Land. Heal yourself, heal your community, and heal the earth. In that order. The first thing is we must heal ourselves. We must get ourselves in peace with ourselves, in peace with our communities, in peace with our earth on which we live, and we need for survival. So these are kind of very easy to understand things, but the really difficult part is the self-development.
Absolutely.
And you've just pointed out very clearly that once an entrepreneur, you need to have these skills in order to identify your place in the ecosystem, what the problem is, how the solution is going to solve it, and how to do it in a business-like fashion that is going to be sustainable, right? So that you continue and you maybe make a lot of money if that's your total goal, but mostly that you're serving a community, you're serving a need. So in Conscience Land, and I wonder what your reaction to this is, in Conscience Land we have a program called Muscular Mind. Muscular Mind, right? Think about that. We exercise to increase our health and our strength in our body, but what are we doing exercise the strength in their mind. Are we using AI to do all our work? That's retarded. That's not smart at all. AI is a crutch. AI is fantastically wonderful for the corporations, for the big institutions which can reduce their workforce. They don't have to hire as many MBAs, right, or anybody else. They don't have to hire them, and they don't have to have that many workers, because so many of the processes can be, AI controlled and automated anyway, and now AI controlled. So, really, people out there, don't be distracted by this AI bubble, right? It's not that it's going to go away. It's not. It's part of the source code. But what's going to happen is that all of us will be distracted by this AI stuff, and our capacity to think critically will diminish. We will have much more trouble in knowing what's real and what's not. And who's real and who's not real, right? I'm an AR avatar, but this woman she's a real person.
Yeah, thank you. And I think the only thing that I would like to bring up here is being conscious, it's very important. And I think, as I mentioned, the entrepreneurial mindset will give you this tendency to heal yourself fast, because now you will shift your focus. We talk about locus of control, right? So we shift our focus in blaming others. We don't blame situations, we don't blame individuals, we don't blame family, we just get out of the blame game kind of a situation, so that we are out from the victim mode. Now when you are out from the victim mode, you look forward to bring changes to your trouble, to your problems. That's where the beginning of first consciousness comes in, that heal yourself, and you will be able to heal yourself being entrepreneurial in the mindset. Being entrepreneurial also talks about growth mindset, right? So the moment you're talking about being entrepreneur, if you're talking about entrepreneurship, it cannot be just limited to yourself. It cannot be just limited to your family. It cannot be just limited to your community. It's about, in India we talk Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, right? So one earth, one family. So let's be global, identify the problem that you can solve that is not only just yours, but start with yours first. So start developing some solutions in your life, change your life, bring that impact into yourself, and then look forward to identify the global problems, bring global solutions, make money, create impact. In entrepreneurship, there are two impacts that most of the times all of us enablers look forward to. Either you are impacting the larger purpose, that's number one that you have to keep in mind if you're pursuing entrepreneurship, or you have to bring an impact in terms of economy, not just for yourself, for the entire nation, for the entire world, for the entire earth. It has to be impactful. And I'm not joking, it's not something that you can't do. It can be done by anybody. It's just that the approach needs to be identified and it has to be global. So
it does have to be global, but I want to insert one other element into what you're pointing out. It has to impact your own economy. It has to impact your community economy. And we have another, not just national and global and so on, really, because here's why, at least in our philosophy in Conscience Land, because you depend on your community. Literally, you depend on the water system to deliver water, you depend on the electricity system to be brought in or even generated within your community. This is the point. We are getting a little bit, when we speak global, we think, oh, well, we just have to do it for the global and we'll make money from the globe, and then our communities, well, we don't really care. This is a problem, because as our world expands and progresses, there is also another factor that's happening, and that is the centralization. And that is meaning that a lot of resources are becoming centralized and not available to the people who you're sharing your community with, because you're not sharing it with your community. So there's two aspects of that. One is, of course, you sharing with your community. That is providing jobs, buying locally from the community for the resources of your enterprise and that kind of stuff. But it's also the community's responsibility. Don't forget about this. The community must support
Absolutely.
the local entrepreneurs. The globe is not going to do it. The nation is not going to do it. Only your community can directly support you.
And I think entrepreneurship, the moment we talk about startups, we talk about ecosystem. So when what you're saying is absolutely coming out as an ecosystem driven approach. So we can't do anything in silos. We have to be coming out. We need to seek support. Do not hesitate to seek support and be bold enough to return it back. So impact is very important. Start with yourself, start with your community, start with your nation, and then absolutely look forward for the bigger purpose. Yeah, absolutely. It has to be like that.
So be a member of your community. Buy, B-U-Y, buy from your community and boost the entrepreneurs, boost the young people particularly, but anybody, it doesn't matter about age. It's about their effort. If they're making an effort in your community, whether it's a little coffee shop or a recycling center or whatever they're trying to do, right? Support them because they're your community. And don't just compare them with the national brand being more expensive or something like that.
Most of the times we do not require that kind of strategies as well to run small businesses. Small businesses are actually the reflection of your society. They have seen your problem and that's why they are bringing it up to you. It's just that we need to come out and support each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess my final point is, first of all, this is Change Wednesday. So every Wednesday is the day we do three things. Smile and make other people happy, right? Why? Because when you make other people happy, how do you feel?
Yeah, it's amazing. That's the most amazing thing. If I make other person smile, that's
you feel happy.
Yes.
Right. So the how to be happy is that you make other people happy, and that's the first one. The second one is change. Change something about who. Let me ask you a question. Can I change you? Say no.
Difficult. No.
No, you can't change other people, right? You can influence people. I think that's what we're doing with each other right now. We're influencing each other, right? We can influence, but we cannot change. Yeah. Only you can change yourself. That's the law of the universe, okay? So that's smile and make other people happy. Change something about yourself. So stop a bad habit, start a good habit. And the third one is unplug. Now, this started quite a while ago. And the unplug at that time was mostly about unplug from your cell phone and spend 3 hours every Wednesday night talking to your family and friends face to face, which is good. It's a social thing and gets you off doom scrolling on your social media. But now today, after many years of Change Wednesdays, we're realizing that this is more important and more urgent than just your cell phone.
Yeah.
This is about our society. We have to start to unplug from the machine, from the matrix, from the systems, as you point out, ecosystems that are sucking us in to those ecosystems, but they're not giving us anything in return. So our data, our life force, your time on Earth, like all of this, be careful and share it with people you care about. Share it with your family, with your friends, with your neighbors. Cooperate with your community in order to build a better community, not only with the service that you're offering as an entrepreneur, but just as a citizen of your community. So welcome to Change Wednesday. Thank you so much, Doctor, for your...
Thank you so much for having me, and it was lovely talking on this
Yes,
topic.
on this topic. SDGX.live. SDGs are the Sustainable Development Goals. X are the independent goals, right? Because we're all talking about this critical thinking, and let's make sure ourselves and our communities are thriving and surviving. Yeah. And the live part is we want to stay that way. Yeah. Stay live. Peace +1. Join the fun in Conscience Land. Be part of the solution. Bye-bye.
Bye.